Good morning, guys. Tracy Isidore here. I'm just here chilling on the floor, watching the kids play. Thought I'd shoot a quick video before I jump on my couch and start working for the day. The joys of self-employment. But what I want to talk to you today is about the importance of creating and knowing your value within, building your self-confidence, and having control over your emotions. This is so important for any relationship that you have, when you communicate with people, and more importantly, for your own inner growth and for your own inner self. When you have value and when you learn to take control over your emotions, you will react in a completely different way than you have ever reacted in the past. You will be in complete awareness, and your love for yourself will grow, your self-confidence will grow, and it'll just take you to a whole different level in life. What do I mean? I can use for an example in my own marriage, talking about in a relationship aspect. Me and my husband have both grown together. We didn't make the decision to grow together. I decided to grow first with personal development, actually long before I even met him, but I got more serious into really applying the teachings into my life while we were married. The process along the way, because I changed, he automatically started to change because we're husband and wife. We live together, we're together a lot, all the time, right? So you learn to grow together, right? Which is very it's a huge benefit. Okay. Spitting my words out. But that has to be a decision that you make. My husband had to decide that he would take information that I was giving him and see that, it makes sense, right? Because before, when we used to communicate, it's like he would say something, and then I would get defensive, and say something like, "How could you make me feel that way? You need to apologize. You made me feel like this, and your actions, and blah 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 blah, and you did this, and why are you doing this to me, and why are you making me feel like this?" And back and forth, and vice versa, right? You have these arguments, you have these quarrels, you find yourself in situations like this, not just in your marriage, but in friendships, with siblings, with parents, with your kids, with anybody. It's a lack of value, it's a lack of control over your emotions, because if you allow the reaction of another person to affect you emotionally, to come back and put blame on them because you don't have control over your emotions, that's not fair. Right? So what happens when you build up that control of emotions? What happens when you build up that self-confidence and you are just, your worth. You know your value. Value is a relative worth of anything. You know you have value. You can then turn around and say, "No, I didn't make you feel like that. You made yourself feel like that. I am simply saying blah blah blah." But the thing here is, when the two people together both have value, they both have self-confidence, and they both know that they have control over their emotions, you'll never get that conflicting communication vibe going on among each other. And that's the wonderful thing that's happening now in my marriage, and has been happening for the past little while, is that my husband and I have both grown, and together we communicate on a different level, that we can now enjoy other things instead of letting lost and uncontrollable emotions just get to us and stir within and sit deep inside without expressing them out, and it's not healthy, right? So there's a huge importance in building the value that you have for yourself within. This is a huge importance. We can't put blame on other people. When someone says something to you in a certain way and you take offense and you say, "You're making me feel like that," what the other person is actually doing is they're hitting a soft spot with you within. There is something inside of you that you're not confident with, that you maybe feel embarrassed about, or you don't like about yourself, or you wish could be better. And they're hitting on that spot in some way or form. And then that's what triggers you to automatically, without even thinking about it, react with having no control over your emotions, because you're just reacting automatically. And when you gain that sense of control, you no longer react. You think first. You think rationally. And you have such a strong confidence that you can turn back and approach that person in a respectable, in a calm way, where it just kind of ends a conversation right there. You can end someone conversation. You can stop them in the middle of their words, dead in their tracks, if you have control over your emotions, if you have self-confidence, if you love yourself and you know your value and you choose to react in a certain way. You can stop that person dead in their tracks, because they won't know what else to do, because you're talking so logically. Or they could just keep freaking out and you just walk away. It's as simple like that, right? Gaining control over your emotions. Personally, this has been a huge... This is why I did this video, because I used to cry at the drop of the hat for anything. Talk to anybody. Talk to my brother, my best friends. They know Tracy is a crier. Oh God, Tracy's crying again. Whether I'm happy, sad, mad, it doesn't matter. TV, commercials, especially if it's that time of month, you get really emotional, and it's like, it could be like a UNICEF commercial and I'd be bawling my eyes out. I was known as being very emotional. I didn't have control over my emotions. I would cry at the drop of a hat for anything. Now, I can't remember the last time I cried. For me to shed a tear, it's got to take a lot for me to shed a tear, because I don't shed tears anymore. Not to say I never shed tears. I mean, there are times, obviously, if there's, someone passes away or whatever, you're going to get emotional and you're going to have to release that. It's good to release that emotion, but I have controlled it. And this is some amazing thing, just, awareness that has happened recently in my life, and is a major stepping stone for me, because I've always been uncontrolled with my emotions. When you have control over your emotions, you have now built up a confidence in yourself. You have corrected habits into positive forms within yourself. You have come to the point where you know your value and you love yourself. And then you can conquer anything. So that's my message of the day. Create value within yourself. Know your value. Take control over your emotions and build up that self-confidence, okay? Have a fantastic day. God bless you. Bye.